Good morning, everybody. My name is Cesar Barrantes, and today I want to explain my perspective on the topic Spanish English bilingualism versus native languages from a critical perspective. To start, I have those authors that I have consulted before to support my point of view. And one thing that I'm interested in is this phrase, superiority versus inferiority. To analyze the statement, I think that as a modern world, we consider certain languages as superior and another languages as inferior. That's sadly because it could bring racism to this topic, discrimination. But it's real. If we analyze the current world, those languages usually come from countries like Central America, the Caribbean, and indigenous peoples that are societies with high levels of crime, high levels of poverty, health crisis system, and so on. So that's the reason because those languages has been invisible for a long time, and I guess are in danger of disappearing because they don't contribute to the progress in this world. So people usually tend to acquire bilingual English Spanish abilities to get higher jobs because they want to escape these problems in those countries, and it's a secure way to get a better job or even a higher status in these societies. That's the reason anyone wants a language that don't contribute to the technological progress, scientific progress, social progress, and so on. Sadly, those languages are disappearing, but we should put them in a place where we should admire because they are our roots. They were the first languages in America. So, as an historical fact, they could be conserved, but to face the globalized world is impossible with those languages. So, also, in terms of superiority versus inferiority, the human nature is to look for superiority, and sadly, those languages are gonna disappear. And if they continue and face challenges with English languages and something like that, societies could be under discrimination and racism, and identity could be lost. Now, in the question about bilingual programs in Colombia, I consider that most of the times people tend to use this as a mean of get a higher income, a better job, a new identity. So that those programs help to a more tolerant society is impossible because in Colombia people want a better economical status. So those programs are designed to give the skills to the students to go to foreign countries and conquest them and conquest the cultural background them and adapt to a new world, a globalized world. So if the country wants to go further, they must accept the English language as a means to get a higher salary. There is not evidence of someone that contribute to this society through this, because Colombia is an ignorant society in languages. Those who can afford a course must have money to pay for that, because it sometimes is expensive. And those who have the money usually use these new skills to go abroad to get new skills, and usually they get used to be there. And when they return, they have another identity. They have changed. So a more tolerant society could be achieved if we redesign those programs in pro of Colombian people. An English program that helps Colombians to be bilingual, and also create a climax of tolerance with indigenous and Creole languages. Through English language, give the proper value at the languages that come from our ancestors. That's the way. For example, teaching Colombian history in English could be helpful to remember our ancestors. But that's the reason those courses tend to be only focused on economical purposes, because people wants to be part of the globalized world and acquire an economical status. Only with a change in the curriculum, or in the programs, could be a better understanding of our Colombian culture. So the means to do that already. But we have to be cautelous about that, because as Colombians could lose our identities with new cultures, with foreign languages, with foreign customs. So I think it's possible that a more tolerant society could be achieved through bilingual education programs. We must change our ideology of only learning to get money. That's the reason. So here are the references, and thank you everybody for listening. Thank you so much.